and it's all one, it's all there. We know we're all one. We have no idea what to do with that. We have no idea how oneness works because we take it back to ourselves. You know, it's like using the internet just to buy books from Amazon. We never say, look, it's all one. Let's go into that oneness and see how it works. Let's see how the light within me that belongs to this oneness, how it's going to relate to the light of the world, to the light of oneness, to the light in this room. There is all this light now. You can feel it dancing around the room. It's going from person to person. And what's very beautiful is how it's communicating. You think you have to communicate with somebody and you have to, you have to talk to them. That is, yes, you do sometimes. And most of that is misunderstood, as you know. But he was speaking about relationship. But for me, the really exciting relationship is the relationship of oneness. How does oneness relate to itself? That might sound paradoxical. If it's oneness, it's all one. But that is a childish idea of oneness. You look at the oneness of the world, and the beauty and the horror and the terror and the butterflies and the bombs. It's oneness. It's not a static oneness, it's a highly dynamic oneness. We just haven't realized how it works because we're stuck in this image of duality, in this image of your and mine. And that is a complete illusion. You know there is no your and my oneness. There is oneness. And it seems to me if we're going to grow up, we have to grow into how to be present in oneness and how to let your energy relate to that. The light within you, the divine within you, the awakened part of you, be present in that oneness and communicate in that oneness. And it works very, very, very efficiently. Just like fiber optic cables are very efficient because they work with light. And all we have to do is say yes. It's very simple. Because that's all you ever have to do in any spiritual journey, really, when you come down to it, is to say yes. If you say maybe, you're on the waiting list. If you say yes, for Sufis we say, yes, beloved, do with me as thou wilt. I am just your servant. I am your idiot. I know nothing. Or you just say yes. I am fully present. And then this yes resonates. And as you know, life starts to respond to your yes. That's why Joseph Campbell, when he said, follow your bliss, what he was saying is follow your yes. Your bliss is your yes, whatever turns you on. And then he said, and if you do, unseen hands will open doors you didn't know existed. And none of you would be here if you hadn't had unseen hands opening doors. And that's the light within you, unlocking doors in the universe. It's very beautiful to see. And that light beginning to communicate and beginning to relate. And then a oneness begins to wake up. I don't know if you're aware, there is an unconscious oneness and there is an awakened oneness. For example, the world ecologically is one. But it is primarily unconscious. It is sleeping. I remember once flying back from Vancouver, flying over the forests, or what's left of them, in the northwest, and the islands there. And I could see it was sleeping. It was very beautiful, but it was sleeping. It was all one. You could see the water and the islands and the trees. It was all one, but it was sleeping. But there is the potential for it to wake up. And it is our awakened light that has that potential. And it seems that it's time that we started to use our light in service to the whole, in service to the one, and begin this extraordinary communication of light to light, in which your light speaks, relates to the light of one, which is the light of life. To me it is a gift. You give back your light. It isn't really your light, but you give it back to life. And this is kind of the part of the experiment of being here, because when different traditions, when different peoples come together, then there is a spark. There is a spark of a shared purpose that goes beyond our own individual intention, that is greater than us. And that shared purpose can wake something up, can change something. Just as we know how that changed us individually, how that woke something up inside of us, how somebody said yes to us, otherwise we wouldn't be here. And that light is alive. It's very, very, very beautiful. This light of oneness, this light, if you like, of the soul of the world, coming alive. And that is a shared purpose, because why else are we here than to help something wake up? That we can give our awakened state back to life. We can give our light back to life. Or we can give life's light back to itself. And one last thing, please do not take this too seriously. It is always a danger at spiritual gatherings to become full of too much serious intention, because life is not a serious intention. Well, it is, but not in the way we think. You just have to look around you, you know. Whether you live in California or Bosnia, it doesn't matter. It's so crazy. It's so completely absurd, particularly at this time in human history where life is about to self-destruct, because people want more Coca-Cola. I don't quite understand why. It is extraordinarily beautiful, extraordinarily terrifying, and completely different to anything we can imagine, because it is alive. And we each have direct access to it. We are part of life. We are part of this. I think Tagore said, God hath made us infinite, such is his pleasure. And we are that one infinite being expressing itself again and again and again.